Okay, I'm going to help you guys with a couple of these problems since I'm not here today. So I want you to start, first of all, with the SpongeBob questions, and those are really simple ones that you should have done when you were in middle school, probably the exact same ones, and it shouldn't take you more than like 5 or 10 minutes to do all of those. So do those first, and then when you're finished, then come continue this video. So you're going to need to hit pause, and you guys finish those, and then come back to it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay,
so now, I'm not talking to you, Isabel, but thank you very much. You're doing a great job. Okay, now that you've finished your SpongeBob problems, I want you to get the more difficult problems, which are 2 different sheets. We're going to start with the ones that say Interactive Question 14.1. Okay, so if you fill in these sheets, this is basic Punnett square problems here. So if we've got round crossed with wrinkled, and you're using big R for round because that's the dominant trait, little r for wrinkled because that's recessive, this parent can only give big R to its offspring. So when it makes eggs, if this were female, if it makes eggs, the eggs have to have a big R in them. They can't have a little r because the parent doesn't have a little r to give. Whereas this plant can only give little r's. So if that's the case, then it's really easy to figure out what the genotype of the offspring is because it has to be big R, little r, one from each parent. So that's what you're going to fill in for A, you're going to have the big R, B, you're going to have the little r, and then beneath that, letter D is big R, little r. Off to the side, what do we call that generation? We had the P generation up here. This is going to be our F1 generation. And then if we cross these offspring like this, then the resulting offspring will be our F2s. So that's going to be letter C and letter E. So then when you cross these, that's when you might do a Punnett square. Sorry, this is kind of small, but you know, I'm working in Keaton's bedroom here with his little easel. Okay, so if one parent is big R, little r, then that means half of the sperm or eggs that they produce is going to have a big R. The other half is going to have a little r. The other parent has the same genotype, so you'd have the same eggs or sperm. So a big R and a little r. If this sperm fertilizes this egg, then you have big, big. If this sperm fertilizes this egg, you have big, little. If this sperm fertilizes this egg, you have big R. Notice that you always want to write the capital letter before the lowercase letter. And then here and here, you're going to have little r, little r. So then you just figure out your ratios. First of all, we'll do a genotypic ratio. Genotypic is a combination of alleles. So we've got 1 big R to 2 big R, little r to 1, and I can't fit that there, but 1 little r. That's a genotypic ratio. A phenotypic ratio, however, would be, what do they look like? Well, all 3 of these have the dominant allele, so all 3 of them are going to have the round seeds. So I'm going to have 3 round, 2, 1 wrinkled. And that's how you do it. Easy peasy. Isabel, you can't move the camera right now, okay? Go ahead and hit the red button for me.